Should you smoke prime rib like a brisket? We're gonna find out in this video, so let's get smoking. Let's start with a 2-bone choice grade prime rib roast. I'm slathering it with Maggi seasoning sauce as a binder and to add a little bit of base flavor. And then I'm pulling out my Smoke Trails BBQ brisket rub and seasoning the roast all over. This stuff goes great on brisket, and I think it's gonna go well on prime rib cooked like a brisket. Finally, I'm giving it an extra layer of kosher salt, and we're done. Looking good so far. Now let's pop smoke, as I used to say in my military days, and light up my Old Country Pitts G3 offset smoker. After I light it up with my charcoal torch, I'm going to run it at 250 to start off. The prime rib is now going on the upper rack, and we're gonna let it cruise at 250 for around 5 hours, give or take. 5 hours later, the roast is around 175 degrees internal. It has some nice color. I have a brisket on the pit right next to it, by the way, if you're wondering what that is. Now I'm gonna take the roast off the pit, foil boat it in aluminum foil to help it retain some moisture. Then it goes back on the pit, and now I'll be cooking at 300 degrees, so a little bit higher for the rest of the cook. Another 4 hours later, I'm opening up the cooker and taking a look. The prime rib has a nice dark bark. The fat is really well rendered, and it's probing around 200 to 203 degrees. It's really tender, so I'm taking it off the pit and letting it rest for 2 hours. Now, prime rib is famously tender and fatty. That's why it's a perfect cut to take up to 135, do a medium rare steak. But the thing that makes it so tender when we cook it like a steak might be its downfall when we cook it like a brisket. And that thing is collagen. Brisket has a ton of collagen, and when you cook it low and slow over time, all of that collagen renders down into gelatin, and you end up with a texture that's almost like beefy jello, which makes brisket super delicious and tender, and that accounts for most of the perception of juiciness in a brisket. Unfortunately, prime rib does not have a lot of that intramuscular collagen, so we might be looking at a pretty dry piece of meat here, but let's find out. All right, guys, the moment of truth. This could go either two ways. Either it's gonna be really freaking good, or it's just gonna be completely inedible and I wasted 150 bucks on this roast. We're gonna find out. Oh, steamy. Here we go. Feels lighter than it did yesterday, that's for sure. It's looking pretty briskety. There we go, guys. I'll give you guys a close-up. Super dark bark. I mean, you're not gonna see that dark of bark on a normal prime rib, so already it looks pretty darn cool. All right, how should we cut this? Let's just slice it like a prime rib roast. I'm just gonna start right here. Okay, so that's the very edge. It seems pretty dry. Let's take a bite. It's actually pretty tasty because it's right at the edge of the bark where the most seasoning is, but it is a little bit dry. Let's keep slicing into it. Okay, getting a little bit more juicy. Let's pull it apart. Pulls apart super easily. The bark is phenomenal. There's this completely rendered bark on top of the spinalis muscle. It is just so delicious. But I'll be honest with you guys, it tastes like grandma's dry ass roast beef. Let's slice right into the thick of it here. Looking a little bit better, but it just lacks any sort of juiciness like a brisket would, probably from all the lack of the collagen that brisket has. I mean, underneath here, where it was kind of soaking in all of the liquid, that's actually pretty good. It's more briskety, but in the leaner part, it's just dry. Dry, dry, dry. Now, if I cut this like a rib, the rib part is actually really good. It tastes like a beef rib, as you could imagine. That part of it is freaking delicious, actually. The actual part right next to the bone is really good. But the rest of it, it's just really dry, pot roasty beef, and I probably would not do this again. It kind of makes me want to do beef back ribs again, though, because these ribs are super good. It's just the rest of the meat is no good. And this is ribeye. It's one of the most expensive cuts of beef you can get, so to overcook it like this and try to cook it like a brisket, unless it is super fatty, like a Wagyu or a super high-grade prime with a ton of intramuscular marbling, I would not do this. The muscle group is just too lean. But what do you guys think? Would you try to cook a prime rib like a brisket? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any ideas for future experiments you'd like to see me do on the channel, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, happy smoking. And in the meantime, I'll be eating these ribs.